We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need's right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got everything, moonlight on your naked skin. Summer's blind us to giving. Where you wanna go? Where you wanna go? Stars align onto your face. Pretty sweet, your sour taste. Make me sing along, sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got everything, sharing all your deepest dreams, wonder what they really mean, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here.
Hello everyone. Happy Friday, happy Friday. How are we all? How are we? How are we? I'm trying to use a new mic, so I don't know if you can hear the difference at all. Please let me know if it sounds weird or better or worse. Because if it sounds worse, then I'll just take it out and just use the computer mic. So let me know how it sounds. Does it sound okay, yeah? Okay. Okay, if it sounds okay, then I think we can get started. Let me just... Okay, how are we all on this wonderful Friday? All right, let me scroll up and see who's here. Oh, wow, almost 200 in the chat already. That's amazing. So grateful for all of you being here. Yes, Julia, the bar is open. Bar is absolutely open. Let's get the party started. Who else is here? Oh, hello, Denise. Teslin Dawkins. I don't know if I've seen your name before. Hello. Joan. You're drinking green tea on a Friday. You're being good. Someone has to be good. Bar is open, yes. Who else is here? Madison Bonepart. Don't think I've seen your name here either. Welcome. If you're new. Church Nelly, hello. Green tea goes well with moonshine. Really? You'll be doing some weird experiments with your drinks. Hello, Carolyn. Annie, hello. Hello, Betty, Cookies and Cream. Elaine. Lydia, hi. Emma. Hey, Sylvia. Anna. Yes, thank God it's Friday. Gosh, this week has gone so fast, hasn't it? Super fast. Hello, Emerald, Anastasia. Elizabeth, Ethan's husband, hello. Felicia. Gay Castillo. Okay, we're good with the mic. That's good. All right, I think almost all. Oh, hello, Queen Bee. Hello, Raven. Crystal. Yes, Crystal, it is really cold. I think we're going to get like a cold rush of -10 or something. Oi. My one wish in the world is to never be in a cold destination unless I want to be there ever again. Like, unless I want to go skiing, and I'm not particularly keen on skiing, but unless I want to be somewhere cold, I never want to have to be anywhere cold. All right, I think almost all the usuals are here. So hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a podcast, everyone. It is Friday. And I want to start actually with something a little bit funny that I found that I think will make you laugh. So, you know, in the royal household, they have chefs, right? And I found a video of a royal chef cooking in the, well, this is the former royal chef of the Queen, Diana, and also William and Harry. So he did actually work in the royal household, right? And you know that there's like always that joke that kind of goes around of, you know, like Britain colonized like how many countries and still can't spice their food. Well, this is basically the epitome of that. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to watch this together because I just thought it was so funny. Where is it? Is right. So can you all see the screen? Whoopsie daisy. You can all see it, right? Okay. So I'm gonna play it. Make sure the volume's on.
What am I talking about? Of course I do. It's the crispy skin on the outside. That's what makes the perfect roast chicken. And so all you need for a perfect roast chicken is chicken thighs, season them with salt, and then start laying them on a tray. Some people say you can use flour, dip them in flour, and spray them in oil, and add lots of other seasonings, marinate them. But you know what? The perfect chicken roasted is just chicken and salt. Put them onto a wire rack. Spread them apart. What am I talking about?
Like, he literally, I don't know how well that played, but he literally just put salt and oil and that was it. Like, no spice, no nothing. And you know what made me laugh? Harry proposed to Meghan while they were apparently while they were cooking chicken or something. And then there's this, yes, emeralds, just chicken and salt. No spices were harmed in the making of this video. But I just found that so funny because I remember, like, Harry proposed to Meghan while they were cooking chicken, and Harry must have been like, damn, this woman can spice her chicken well. And this is what I need in my life. I need properly spiced chicken, I need plantain chips, and food that actually tastes like food. Yes, J-Law. Tasteless just like the royal family. Hello, Carlene Brown. Thank you for the donation. Hello to you. Oh, long time no talk. Doesn't feel like you left at all, darling. Thank you so much for joining us this lovely Friday. Yes, Kiki, he's lying. He needs to get some onion and garlic powder to start. Harry is eating well with Meghan. Yep, even the food is bland. Harry's eating well now. Bless his soul. He's eating properly spiced chicken, waffles. I mean, bless him. Does the royal family look like they eat seasoned anything? Yeah. Or tasteless. Yeah. Dear God, no. I mean, I'm actually wondering if he even washed that chicken when it came out, because it doesn't even look washed. Hello, Black Queen. Thank you for joining us. It doesn't even look washed. Yeah, Lydia, I'm sure they had some spices in Meghan and Harry's food. Oi. This is why they are as bland as they are. Bland in flavor, bland in personality. Yeah, Annie, Duchess Meghan's roast chicken was better and Harry knew it. Rhonda, God forbid he put Larry's seasoning salt on it. Then he just bunged it in the oven. Typical. Bung it in the oven or the stove. No seasoning or love. That ain't gonna taste good. I might actually do like a video where I just put English foods because some of them are just hilarious. Lily, Harry did say Meghan was a great cook. He also said Dora was a brilliant cook. I'm sure she is. Yeah, Church Nelly was the Trinity onion, celery, and green peppers. Like, what would they even serve that with? So what? Just like chicken, roast chicken with what? Rice? And then like really gloopy gravy. I mean, these are meant to be like, right? Dear God. And give Harry some nutmeg waffles and fried season. Yep. All the season stuff. I mean, I hope that they've got the rats, the food tasting rats in. The way Kensington Palace and Clarence House are going after each other. Audrey, I'm from the south. That sounds like some nasty ass bland no taste chicken. J-Lo, you know he didn't wash it. He did not wash it. It didn't look washed. It didn't like he had water passed over it. Do you know what I mean? Oh. Cookies and cream. The chef chicken is bland as the unroyal mafia. The chicken is boring as that despicable monarchy. Harry is thriving in spice. Yes, thriving and with spice, not surviving with bland chicken. Okay, let's get started on this fine Friday. I think we've made fun of that awful cooking enough. And let me just go to my slides. Okay, we'll start with some of the cool stuff that I actually found on social. I came across this. There was someone who posted this. So I didn't know that Meghan actually was on Snapchat for a very short period of time. And if you look at the caption, it actually says, okay, at Serena Williams, you convinced me, starting Snapchat today. I'm here with my friend at Wimbledon. So, and that's actually a picture from Meghan's Snapchat at the time. I regret so much that I did not get to experience more of Meghan's pre-royal life. But she so obviously had a full life, full of amazing friends and experiences, and it's just so great to come across things like this. I actually did a whole video on Meghan and Serena's friendship and how they met, but I somehow managed to miss this, didn't manage to dig this up, but I thought it was just really cool. Meghan really did have a great life, and I'm so glad that there were some fans that saved some things for us to see. Joe blogs. Hey, do we think the Burns and Buttons going to Jamaica to learn how to season their food? Well, I hope that they do learn something. Bring back some jerk spice, because Christ, the chicken in the palace really needs some jerk spice. Yes, Meghan used to appear on segments to do cooking. Rock, they never do wash it from its packaging to the frying pan. Some people don't, you know. I just find that so vile. How can you not wash the meat? Christ. Yes, Patricia, just salt. So bland. Audrey, especially when Harry and Meghan dines at Melba's, roast chicken and roast potatoes. Yep. Ah. Did he even wash the damn chicken? I swear it did not look washed. Like it had that dry look, and that's how you know it wasn't washed. It was passed underneath water. So gross. So gross. Annie, Meghan is about to take now. She has moved on far beyond the past. Well, you never know. I mean, I don't expect her to come out with anything like the Tig anytime soon. I mean, she's a whole darn Hollywood producer, philanthropist, you name it. But I don't know. I'm holding hope for her to do some kind of style, something. And I'm sure that if she did, it would be full of purpose. It wouldn't just be, oh, I'm wearing this, I'm going to this place. It would be centered around businesses, designers, experiences, are connected to some kind of cause. And that's very much how she lives her life. We've seen a lot of the designers that she wears, a lot of them are connected to a cause in some way, whether it's sustainability, sustainable living, cruelty-free jewelry, or well-led businesses. So I'm holding out hope that there will be something. Judge Nelly, you're on fire today. Stale and Pell better not try dancing makeup. Well, didn't they dance? Was it in Fiji we saw them dancing? And that didn't that looked very awkward. Eileen Brown, those two good for nothing, better step Jamaica. Well, for now at least, it looks like they're going. Yes, maybe another recipe book for a good cause. No, I mean both her and both Meghan and Harry are into publishers now, so I'm sure that we'll see more books coming from them. I can't imagine that Meghan would just write one children's book. I'm sure there will be more. And she wrote this one dedicated towards fathers and sons. I'm almost certain that she'll do one for mothers and daughters. So I'm sure there's loads of stuff coming our way. Julia Rock, Wills and Kate will get a taste of culinary treasures when they go to Jamaica. Spice expenses might increase when they return back home. Joe Blogs, I think she'll bring something like this, but ramped up to show her evolution. Yeah, I think so too. The Black Queen listening complete chili will become ill after their bland palates come in contact with their well-seasoned food, spicy and delicious Jamaican cuisine. I beg to differ. I actually think that having a little bit of Jamaican cuisine might just give them a hint of personality and flavor that their nasty attitudes need. So I hope if they do go, I hope they eat all the Jamaican food they can, just to give them a little bit of color and personality. Donna, Meghan has a full play. I don't think she's bringing back the TIG. No, I don't think she'd bring it back anytime soon. And I think if she did, it would be kind of like a side thing that maybe she gets other people to run. I would love for Sussex Squad to celebrate Meghan's book, A Face That Freckles, that's in the Library of Congress. I'd love for us to be able to actually buy it. I think that she should re-release it and do like a slightly updated version of it. Desmond, they don't wash chicken for the fear of spreading salmonella. It's cautious on packaged chicken labels not to wash. Really? Never heard of that. That's insane. Like, I'm gonna research into that. Wash the chicken. I'm so confused. Okay. Yeah, they'll try and copy Harry and Meghan. That's all they know. I'm sure they are studying every single tour that Harry and Meghan did. Yes, Church No, Jamaican, awesome. I love food. Rice and peas, chicken, plantain, yam. There's that, forgive me, I've forgotten the name now. Like the green vegetables that they have. Oh, it's going to annoy me that I can't remember the name, but it's like a green vegetable that's very well known in Jamaica. Okay, on to the next thing. So the royal reporters are singing like canaries. I'm sure some of you may have seen this already. Emily Andrews. Now, by the way, this is taken from Duchess of Success's stories. I screenshotted her stories, but these were also, she took them from Twitter. And this is basically Emily Andrews confirming what we've all said and what Harry said in the Oprah interviews, and trying to treat like they were crazy about the invisible contract. She tweets from Emily Andrews, one, her saying, having met her several times, I really the arcane and spin of the last week has been extraordinary. The DM, that's the Daily Fail, have been the first paper to lay siege to any idea of Queen Camilla. Now they are in Charles' hands. um, comment pieces, link Peter, and once you have to toe the party line in case your access gets cut off. So Emily obviously worked for the Sun, the Daily Fail, the Royal Sponsor, and she was time that Meghan was royal correspondent, or as part of the kind of royal collective. She's freelance and she's singing like canary. She just doesn't get a hoot, which in itself is quite extraordinary. I mean, I find it quite interesting that she doesn't seem in any way bothered that they might go after her. And now she's just letting all be known. Someone said, okay, do you know what? Okay, can you all hear me now? What I've done is I've just taken out the mic and I've put the mic on the normal computer mic instead. Can you all hear me now? Okay. Okay, I just won't use that microphone again because it's a bit dodgy. Okay, but generally you can all see what's on the screen. So I didn't really say a lot. I just read what was on the screen. So here she is now, Emily Andrews, singing like a and we all already knew. And I mean, this should be a bigger story than what I think it is now, and I feel like this is the beginning of just the unraveling of this whole system. The fact that we now have a former reporter basically confirming what Harry said, and again, everything that Harry and Meghan said in the Oprah interview, bit by bit by bit, is all coming to light. And here we have the not so invisible contract there for everybody to see. I'm wondering what compelled Emily Andrews to actually come out and say this, because it's quite a bold move on her part, I have to say. But I think it's a sign that little by little the narrative is going to unravel. And there is a article by Peter Hunt. I'm actually just going to pull it up and read some of it. Give me a second, because it's quite interesting, and it was posted in the Spectre. I'll just pop on the screen. So this was, oh, give us a sec. It's not coming up for some reason. Okay, so this was the article that Emily Andrews was referring to, by Peter Hunt, and I will just read. I'll read a little bit of it because it is quite interesting. Peter Hunt is generally very consistent. I wouldn't say that he was 100% Sussex, but he's been generally quite fair and very consistent. So in his article, he says, Queen Camilla wants a far-fetched prospect, now a reality, when the day comes thanks to this extraordinary intervention by the Queen. No one sensible would have put money on such an outcome in 1995 after Diana, Princess of Wales, declared in her famous Panorama interview that there was marriage. so it was a bit crowded. Um, it then goes on to say, in 1998, a year after Diana's death, she didn't attend Prince Charles's 50th birthday party because the then Camilla Parker Bowles was a guest. So he's referring to the Queen there, not attending Prince Charles's 50th birthday, which is news to me. I didn't know that. The two women only met formally 2 years later. That's news to me. But they were never really that close then after Diana passed. So palace and public sensitivities, plus the haunting spectral presence of the people's princess, meant that before the Queen's eldest son married for a second time, a statement was issued with the following wording. It is intended that Mrs. Parker Bowles should use the title HRH, the Princess Consort, when the Prince of Wales accedes to the throne. In the intervening years, Charles has made no secret of the fact that he wasn't happy at the prospect of his second wife receiving a downgraded title when he became king. So it's obvious that he's been working on her, trying to get a higher title, because she was never meant to get that higher title. Anyway, she was meant to get princess consort, not queen consort. So it kind of leads me to believe that what many people have said, I think Charles is pulling more strings than what we know of. And she's essentially gone from being the third person in a marriage to queen in waiting. Like, wow. Oi. Fatima, didn't she get fired from the DM? I believe, I don't know if she got fired or if she left. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, she needs to tell all that she knows. I want to know more. I want to know more. Yeah, H Knight, it sounds like she got left out. Well, it's interesting that who is it that's so close now to Kate and Kensington Palace? What's her face? Is it Rebecca something? It's like it's her that seems to be front and center with Team Kate in particular. Yeah, Marsha, the queen, the snakes are eating their own tails. And then this whole drama about whether or not the Queen asked the Prime Minister's approval, and whether or not Downing Street was actually made aware. To be quite frank, I don't really think Downing Street right now gives a toss about the royal family's drama. They've got too many of their own dramas going on. Truth of Dilly. I don't know if your comment is too shady to put up. Geraldine, answer my very special family. I am truly so blessed and want you to know that each and every day I'm thankful to God for his protective arms around the Sussex family and all selective wise leaders. Yes, we're very grateful too. Denise, perhaps Emily Andrews' job is on the line. Hell have no wrath like a woman scorned. Yeah. I mean, I feel like when things like this start to happen, it's the canary in the coal mine. It means that there's something greater happening. And especially now when Meghan has been silent, we have not seen her all year. They're losing their minds. Pure YouTube Entertainment. Go check out her channel, by the way. And thank you for joining us this evening. They are revealing a little bit at a time so that once they get to the big prize, we don't get a heart attack. The Queen, Charles and Camilla all know who's after Prince Charles. Yeah. Kensington Palace is most certainly after the tampon twins. Anna, let's not talk about food again. I'm hungry. I have to go eat vegetables. I had the most amazing spicy beef pizza before I came on the podcast. That was my dinner. Cookies and cream. Pumpkin face Emily Andrews got her feelings hurt because she wasn't expecting Camilla to become queen consort. Emily is getting what she deserves. Well, they're all going to slowly get what they deserve. And they're all going to start singing like canaries as well. Because also this happened. You know, now we've got Richard Palmer getting exclusives, and as Pagan on Twitter said, Daily Fail had abandoned Egghead in favour of the tampon twins, and he's forced to reach into the depths of the gutter for assistance from the Express. He's clearly not taken this news very well. Poor thing. I mean, it does beg the question, you know, oh, thank you so much, Gail. Thank you for the super sticker. Much appreciated. It does beg the question, you know, had Kensington Palace, had William and Kate been working on the Queen, did they actually expect or think that the Queen would say Charles steps to the side and William takes over? Maybe they were actually expecting that. And so now we've got stories like this coming out saying Boris was not consulted over Queen Camilla decision. Well, I mean, why in the middle of a national crisis would this be important to Boris? Because in any case, if the Prime Minister is going to be consulting with the monarch, he'll be consulting with the monarch, with Charles, not with Camilla. So the fact that they even think that this is important for Boris to know, I just, and also because we get told all the time that, you know, there's no connection between politics and the royal family. So, you know, why would this be a priority for Boris when you've got people in the UK choosing between heating and food? Bargain Betsy. I will be curious to see if Princess Anne will now have to bow to Camilla as queen. I'm going to have to brush up on protocol, although we know that protocol kind of changes depending on when it's convenient. But she may have to bow to Camilla, but from what I understand, if you have bowed, say, before an event or when you've seen the person, you don't have to bow again in public. So that could be why we don't often see, for example, Beatrice and Eugenie bowing to the Queen that often, or even like often I'd see, you know, Harry just approaching the Queen and giving her a kiss without bowing. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Emu was fired. Could somebody please explain to me why we started calling her Emu? I know that that's been her nickname for a while. But I missed why we started calling Emily Andrews Emu. Yes, Felicia, slowly, those reporters are tripping. Joe Blogs, I think as the last few years have demonstrated, they all had Camilla in the fold. They just had to put on a public face after the outpouring of love for Diana. Yeah. Yeah. Did William make a statement on his stepmommy becoming queen? I did not hear. That's a good point. Because the media keep on going on and on and on about, oh, Harry hasn't made a statement. But Harry is the sixth in line. So isn't the statement from the future king the next in line after Charles? Isn't his statement more important? I don't think we actually have had a statement from William. You're right. I haven't heard anything from William or Kate. Any type of congratulations or welcoming, nothing. So that alone says something. Bearing in mind the announcement for Camilla becoming Queen Consort came just before William's visit. Now, they've known for a time that William was going to Dubai. So one wonders how William is feeling. Is he feeling like this was almost an attempt to steal his thunder? Because this has really been the main story, not his tree planting antics in Dubai. Let's see. Joe blogs. Let's not be fooled. The Queen agreed for Camilla to be invited to Charles and Diana's wedding. History dictates the heir king waiting has a wife for the purpose of producing heirs. Well, I don't know how true that is. But one thing I do know is that having mistresses and affairs is very normal in these circles. So whether or not the Queen agreed, the general culture within the circles of these people is that it's okay to be an adulterer, especially if you are the man, and more so if you're the future king. Dilly, I think you're right. Something else is going on. I've never heard so much from the royal family. Yeah, it's like there's just a sudden onslaught of all of these stories from nowhere. Carmen, why troll the royals? Makes no sense. The true facts have to eventually come out. Maybe she's just trying to get clout for herself. And I mean, she knows that if anything, the squad is definitely going to share that tweet. So she knows that it will get her attention. Let's see. Yes, the Church of England was founded by Henry VIII, one of the biggest adulterers there ever was. I mean, it's just incredible when you think about it, that this is an institution that will criticize outsiders for the most frivolous things, and yet they themselves are just the most adulterous, corrupt, morally corrupt group of people. And how is it that in today's modern society we continue to put these people on a pedestal? Just doesn't make any sense. Just abolish the whole thing. Carmen, something else has to be happening in the royal family of which we are not aware. I just think that there's a big tug of war going on right now between Clarence House and Kensington Palace. William so badly wants to be king. Charles doesn't want to give up his spot because he's been waiting his whole life. And I think that they know that the Queen's time is coming to an end. And it will be so much easier for William to try and push Charles out of the way and get to the crown faster. Because also, you gotta consider this. Charles and Camilla are going to be very, very unpopular, especially with Camilla by his side. So I think that William and Kate are very much aware of this, and they're very much aware that if Charles and Camilla are on the throne for another 10, 20 years, by the end of it, there may not be a monarchy for William and Kate. And I think they're very, very aware of this, because they can hide behind the Queen, they can use the Queen as a shield. But with Charles and Camilla, it's going to be so much more acceptable, I think, for people to criticize the monarchy and criticize the whole institution and call for the abolition of monarchy in a way that they wouldn't that they haven't been able to so far. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if there is a whole campaign on the Kensington Palace side to just override the tampon twins and to get to the throne faster. Because I don't know, you guys tell me, do you honestly think that if Charles and Camilla are on the throne for the next 10, 20 years, that by the end of it, we're still going to have a monarchy? We're still going to have a royal family? Probably not. And in that case, William and Kate will never be on the throne. Mm. Yes, Boris is also holding on for dear life. They're all holding on to their power. Mm. Hey, love, I wonder how Kate is feeling after expecting years to be told she's going to be queen. I stand by my theory that they honestly thought that they would bypass Charles and let William be king. Because to be honest with you, it does, even though I just dislike them all and I want them all to disappear, it just makes sense to skip Charles and go to William and Kate. Just because of how unpopular Camilla is. They're going to try everything they can to push her in people's faces, and it's not going to work. So it's not really Charles that's the problem here. It's Camilla, because of Diana's memory. Mm. Let's see. Crystal, how true with all the thrusting down the throat with Queen Catherine the Great? Yeah, yes, I almost forgot about that. See, doesn't it just add to my theory that whole what was it? That was the Tatler piece, that Queen Catherine the Great, right? See, they were trying to set Kate up as queen. I'm telling you, they were so convinced that they could bypass Charles and Camilla. I'm telling you, I believe my theory is correct. Thank you for mentioning that, Crystal, because I'd forgotten. No wonder Charles has let everyone know it will be Queen Camilla. Hmm. Janice, Bojo didn't tell the Queen about his many parties. So why Charles, oops, the Queen told Bojo of the plan for Carmilla. Exactly. See, I think the relationship between Westminster and the Crown is just that of doing favors for each other. You slap my back, I'll slap yours, that kind of thing. Otherwise, I think on both sides, they both probably find themselves annoying. Sorry, find the other annoying. Lily, the problem is all the rodents are desperate now. They've seen their money more or less dried up. Their lucrative money supplies have flown and there's no more leaks. The taps are rock dry. Yeah, the taps are most certainly starting to dry up. They're going to have to go back to writing about D-list celebrities in Britain. Oh, Andrea, hi everyone. You bow the first time you see the Queen that day. After that, you don't need to bow. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Charles has been blackmailing Lizzie for decades. Blood royals do not have to bow to non-royals. But Kate isn't a blood royal and Camilla isn't a blood royal. So Kate wouldn't have to bow to Camilla then, by your theory. But wouldn't she? She would have to bow to Charles though, no? All three impossible. You think that Emily Andrews is trying to play nice because she wants to go to the Invictus Games in the Netherlands. She wants to be part of the crew. Good luck to her. Good luck to her. Okay. Before I go on to your comments, let me just move on to the next thing. So this has been going down on Twitter. Now, Christopher Bouzy was the guy that, of course, did that incredible report on the trolls that were targeting Meghan and Harry, more specifically Meghan. And he is now claiming that the son of a former Met commander was targeting Meghan and harassing people. He goes on to say, why is the son of a former Met commander, and by Met he means Metropolitan Police in the UK, by the way, targeting my family and me and contacting journalists with the intent to smear me? Why would Duke Pantalaimon, I believe that's the alias that he was using, but his real name is Alex. Why would Duke P risk getting caught and tarnish his father's reputation just to target Meghan Markle and harass people on social media? He then goes on to say, Duke P is on Reddit denying he is Alex. However, we are in possession of sensitive information I didn't tweet, but I gave to journalists and the Metropolitan Police. We are 1,000% sure that Alex is Duke P. One of his usernames linked to his email address is horny bent over. Christ, I'm not even joking. The receipts we have on him are longer than CVS receipts. The biggest mistake Alex made was uploading videos on YouTube, so it will not be hard to match his voice. Now, he says that he's handed evidence over to the Metropolitan Police. Obviously, we know that the Met is corrupt. And if this is 100% true, and I don't believe that Christopher would be lying, and this guy is the son of the former Met commander, I foresee a situation where they try to bury this under the rug. Because who's to say, if this guy is the son of a former Met commander and he's been targeting Meghan, who's to say that somebody in the higher ups didn't put him up to this? Just a thought. But I found that really, really interesting. And I mean, this should be news. Okay. Try and get through your comments. Betty, if I'm not mistaken, they all have to bow to Camilla, but only when she's with Charles. Oh, okay. When H&M were there, the York sisters would have to curtsy to Meghan only in Harry's presence. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, honestly, all this bowing, gotta bow now, bow to this one. I mean, these people are meant to be family. So weird. Joe blogs, they're always egging for a response from Harry, behaving as if he's the heir to the throne. They try to use any response Harry may give to try and guesstimate what he and Meghan may be planning. I also think that they're hoping for a response from Harry because a positive response from Harry would definitely help them with PR in America, because America really only knows Diana. But I hope that Harry just stays silent. I hope that he doesn't allow himself to be used for positive PR for Camilla. This can be his revenge if he wants any. Benjamin, you're fashionably late, darling. Fashionably. Hello, Mama Jane from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello, if you're joining us. My gosh, 600 people. Thumbs up, everyone. Black Queen dismantled the inconquerable mafia family nest. Yes. Marina, the royal reporters and experts are running riot on YouTube with daily videos on this channel called Kings and Queens or something. I also feel there's a bomb coming. Well, once the Queen goes, the bombs are all going to drop. So we have to brace ourselves, people. Brace ourselves. Joe blogs, house divided is a house conquered. We knew it wouldn't be long before the infighting spilled over into the public. Yep. The infighting is well and truly underway. Black Queens, Voldemort probably had the Rona in a petri dish, waiting for the right time to release the house, in my opinion. Uh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Even though if it's William, it's probably something worse than Rona. Probably got like Ebola in a test tube, just waiting to release it at the right time. Uh, GT Carter, the people that want Camilla Queen are the ones that is her age and Charles' age. That's still alive and kicking. Yeah, and they're the ones that are the hardline royalists. Once they're gone, this new generation coming up. I mean, you saw the pictures from the other day. Wait, do I still have them? Look at this. Do they look like they're excited for Queen Camilla and Charles? I don't think so. Miranda Ross, honestly, I do believe that the Queen is in worse health than what they're saying. I mentioned weeks ago that I had a dream that the Queen died. Oh, yeah, I do think she's in worse health than what they're saying. Raylene, so there's no kingdom for Egghead and Keen. Isn't that a relief? They never wanted to. Never wanted to what? Just well, they don't want to work, so what's the point of having them there? Yeah, they never wanted to work. Whoops, typo. Thank you for correcting. Patricia, Karen Middleton will have a stroke if it happens. She's making her daughter stay in a loveless marriage despicable. Yeah. I mean, they could have easily just married her off to some rich guy. They just had to marry her off to the King of England that clearly nobody wanted. Benjamin, there will be no throne for William and Kate. Charles is spoiled. He got Camilla. Now he wants to call her Queen Consort too. They are self-indulgent. I feel like Charles and just the whole royal circle, they've been stuck in this tunnel for the last stuck in this bubble for the last 7 decades. And now they've got tunnel vision. And they're so focused on the end goal that they're not looking around and seeing how things have changed. It's really going to backfire on them. Yes, Joe blogs. I don't think she'll make it either. I mean, 2 decades of the tampon twins will be a disaster. I mean, what can they even do at this point to get the amount of support that they would need to revive this institution? Because at this point, it's dying. Eileen Jones, someone said that the Queen was initiating the abolishment of monarchy by doing this move for CNC tampon reign. You know, I actually used to have this conspiracy theory that when the Queen dies, she would like leave in her will or something that the monarchy would be abolished. I used to have that conspiracy theory, so it's interesting that you would say that. And that could also be a possibility. Like, who really and truly, until the Queen is gone, who knows? I think a lot of things are going to happen when she's gone. And that could also be a possibility. You never know. Joe blogged, I bet it was William who arranged for her to be in the middle of the parade at Remembrance Sunday. Yes, I remember that. And we all said it was a little bit weird, wasn't it? It was like Charles put his foot down and put William in his place. Perhaps. Because it should have been Camilla in the middle, not Kate. That was very strange. And did you notice the body language of both Camilla and Sophie Wessex at that event? And just how like stern and stony Kate looked. Oh yes, Audrey. I can't wait for Sunday for Tina and Michelle to come back. They're going to bring the funk raw truth receipt. They are here in the USA No Holds Bar. Yes. Don't forget to watch Sussex Squad on Sunday. We know that Tina and Michelle go in. And I love it. I love that everyone in the squad has their own style. Okay, let's just go to I did have a few other things that I want to get through before we get to your comments, and then we will call it an evening. Yes, Harry, our king, proving his popularity. You can just see, look at this international media covering Harry's statements on HIV and AIDS. I mean, that video that he did with Gareth, it was what, 10, 20 minutes? And this is the amount of press coverage. And you can see the difference in coverage in colors here on the analytics. Now, the blue is Prince William and the red is Harry. So you can see on the world map, most of the searches are coming from kind of that Middle Eastern region where he, obviously, because that's where he was. And the red is just all over the globe. All the searches for Harry, just all over the globe. I mean, he just can't be matched. Top trending topics, completely and utterly overshadowed William's visit. So tell me again, how he's irrelevant? A Black Queen bowing and scraping to mediocre humans. This is why I'm so against OBEs, MBE. You know, I know a lot of people were defending Lewis Hamilton for getting the knighthood, but here's my thing about this. I just don't think that a working class person who's worked so hard, especially someone like Lewis Hamilton, should have to bow to someone who was born with a silver spoon in their mouth and was fishing around for their mistress's tampon. Why should someone like Lewis Hamilton have to bow to the tampon prince? I don't understand it. And I really do hope that one of the next things that starts to happen is that celebrities start giving back their honors, because that will really set some things in motion. Yes, Lilybell, all the hype about Kate being the wonderful queen, the mediator, the peacemaker, never stepping a foot wrong. She's going to be the savior of the monarchy. I'm telling you, they were hoping that they could push past Charles and Camilla. Because there's no other way to explain that assault of propaganda that we got about Kate and her so-called queenly presence that she was bringing to the monarchy. Try and get through your comments. You've been commenting on there's 600 of you, so they're coming in thick and fast this Friday evening. Yes, Dolores. Andrew is still going to cause some kind of smoke. He knows Charles and William can't stand him. Things are not going so smoothly. It's a very interesting situation because Charles obviously hates William. William hates Charles, and they both hate Andrew. And Andrew's just like clinging onto his mother's skirt for dear life for as long as possible. Let's see. Connie, it's Charles' turn to be king, even if he's 100, they won't pass it on to, but yeah. But you know that if William and Kate want to get that crown, they'll do anything and everything. I mean, we've seen what they did to Harry and Meghan without a single thought. And that was just to get Harry and Meghan out of the way. So who's to say what they won't do to get to the crown? Black Queen, Christopher Bouzy needs to get time on major networks to reach a broad audience so the world can see the evil of Shutter Island. I actually believe that he's writing a book, you know. If I read that correctly, I think I did see another tweet. He's actually meant to be in the Spaces. I actually think that might be now. Give me a sec because I might be able to put it on the microphone for us to listen to a bit. Let me just check on. Yes, he's actually in a Spaces right now. One sec. Let's just listen for a few secs and see if they're saying
a lot of different things. And I know you're really good with asking me these questions. Did you like me to give little tidbits? It encompasses a lot of different things, and it could include her.
But it's not completely separate from this space.
No, it's not.
Part of it, okay.
I didn't say that. Well, yeah. It technically would be part of it. Yes.
Okay. And that will be revealed to everybody at some point, I guess, somehow, in a way that it doesn't destroy an investigation.
Right. I believe soon. I believe soon. And Yankee Wally knows exactly what I'm talking about. She's listening. She knows what I'm talking about. I know a lot of the people in this room, when I first started investigating, they were kind of, they were suspicious and apprehensive about my sibling and myself, and they went to see who would go the thing. And I think now I've earned enough, leeway in terms of if I say something, you can kind of, not going to put your life on it, obviously not, but I think everyone knows now when I say, X, Y, and Z is going to happen, X, Y, and Z happens. And I would not say that because I know how people are. Bouzy said this and this never happened. The hell with Bouzy.
Okay, so obviously they're talking about the report and these new revelations against Alex. I haven't had a moment to actually reach out to Christopher yet, but I will try and attempt to reach out to him and maybe get him onto the podcast so we can have a chat with him here and you can all answer ask him questions directly. I believe that space was actually being recorded, so I might try and watch it back. Listen to it back later and then report back to you on what was said. But yeah, he has proven himself to be very useful and has done some amazing reporting. And like he just said, I think a few people were a little bit suspicious of him at the beginning, but he's really pulled through and his report was excellent. If you go back a couple of podcasts, I did actually read through the whole thing. So if anybody missed it, you can go back. So Christopher tweeted that the Met assigned an officer to his case and is taking it seriously. Time will tell. Well, I don't particularly have a lot of faith in the Met, so we'll see what comes of this. We'll see. Yes, Kate, why would Prince Harry honour a woman that so blatantly disrespected his mother? He was as polite as I think that he could be in the situation that he was handed. I don't think he would have lashed back at Camilla publicly during the time that he was young growing up, because that just wouldn't have looked good. But now that he's a grown adult, I see no reason why he should have to co-sign this woman's existence now that she's queen consort. Absolutely not. Yes, Miranda, soon karma will rain down on these vipers and there won't be an umbrella big enough to save them. Amen. And this harassment towards Meghan is crazy. It's gone too far. I never thought the situation with Harry and Meghan would have ever been this way. I have never seen anyone be so harassed by the media. Yeah, it's just mind blowing, to be honest with you. And I think a lot of people in the squad have felt our own sense of trauma watching this play out. And I do wonder if Meghan, in the minds of many, became a punching bag for the kind of reckoning that we're seeing, or that we've seen in the last few years in terms of racial issues, bringing to the forefront racial issues, social issues, and all of this kind of happening in light of Black Lives Matter, in light of us having conversations about the social order. And I do wonder if Meghan, being this very prominent woman of color who married into this very elite institution that is in many ways the beacon of racial supremacy, if she just became a punching bag for these people, and you could hate Meghan for no reason at all, and it was okay because everybody else was hating her for no reason at all. But actually, there was something a lot more sinister underneath all of that hatred, because the level of hate and harassment and trolling that she got, it just, there's no sense to it whatsoever. Well, 600 plus of you in the chat. Thumbs up, everyone. All three impossible. Am I the only one who notices the UK tabloids all stopped promoting Kate since the Queen started her wish on Camilla being Queen Consort? Yeah. I think Charles has managed to rein them all in. And to me, it does perhaps signify that they know how near the Queen's end is. So Charles has already began pulling his power strings. Yeah, Kim. The Cambridges will have to pimp out their children for the Royal reporters. Absolutely awful. Denise, they are working on getting Harry back. I was watching Access Hollywood Royal Watch, and the True Lloyd's expert said that Harry, William, and Charlie are in contact on Zoom, and so are the cousins. No, I don't believe that. I would be very careful about stuff that Access Hollywood says, unless it comes from the Sussexes. Personally, I don't believe it. I mean, why would Harry be in constant contact on Zoom with Charles and William? It doesn't really make any sense. Joe, Camilla and Sophie look really peed off. I remember it Sunday. Kate looked like she thought she was the cat with the cream. Yeah. I mean, I did a whole video on that, and I think I titled it "The Game of Thrones Begun." Yes, Shriva Dilly, all hail Prince King Harry, true king. Robert, whether Charles or William ascends to the throne, the monarchy is in a death spiral. We just need someone to enter the vampire's lair and put a stake in its heart. Yep. I mean, so many things are going to come out that they will inevitably destroy themselves. this was always going to be an institution that destroys itself. I did see this that came up, and it was in regards to something that was said on Loose Women, that show with those catty women. And someone did point out that 2 years ago, Meghan Markle's problem was that she did too much too fast. A cookbook, clothing range, several tours, fastest selling Vogue UK issue. Now she didn't put her head down and dutifully take abuse like Camilla. They don't know why they hate her. And then somebody responded by saying, well, they hate her because she's not a homewrecker. Because if she was a homewrecker, if she was someone who they could bully and put down, who had vices, it would be so easy for them to push her around the way they pushed Camilla around. Oh, didn't Meghan just have the most amazing style before she was? These are all pre-royal outfits, all looking very, very gorgeous. She had her own very beautiful, unique style. Absolutely love it. And that's why I just have to kind of turn my nose up at all of this. Oh, Meghan, what would they say? Meghan being a royal rebel, refusing to bow to the Queen's very strict fashion rules. Well, it's funny how the Queen supposedly had very strict fashion rules, but no rules for her adulterous, pervy sons. So who gives a toff about the Queen's fashion rules? And we know that all of this protocol nonsense is just that nonsense. I bet you if you went, if you took all of Meghan's outfits, right, you could find outfits where Kate wore the exact same things at some point or another, especially now that she's been copying her. How hot does Meghan look in her outfits though? Like, this is why they're mad. The one next to the yellow dress, the jacket dress in the black. Oh my. That was when she went to see Hamilton with Harry, right? Princess hotness for real. Anyway, enough of the moaning and groaning about the negative stuff. I think that's all I pretty much had to say. Yeah, I think that's all. I only had one other slide, and that was that anybody's interested in the politics in the UK, the Labour Party is facing bankruptcy. Bearing in mind, so the Labour Party is the biggest opposition, obviously, to the Tory Party, the Conservatives, and they're now facing bankruptcy. And this doesn't really come as a surprise to me. I am a lifelong Labour voter. My mother's obviously a lifelong Labour voter because she works for the NHS, but they're meant to be for the working class people, and they haven't done their job. Keir Starmer has been really weak in the face of Boris Johnson the last 2 years, and so people have lost their confidence. So my guess is that a lot of those Labour voters will probably go and swing towards the Liberal Democrats. I don't know what they're going to do. They might even form another party. But Labour is, in my eyes anyway, no longer the party for the working class, which is so sad because if you look at where Britain is going right now, we really need a party for the working class because there's just so much corruption. But yeah, that was today in the UK continues to be a mess. And that's pretty much all I have for today. I will get through your comments. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me this lovely Friday afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget to tune into Tina and Michelle on Sunday. And also, I think Mrs. V does a Saturday podcast. If I do any podcast over the weekend, they will be pre-recorded. I'm not going to be doing any lives in case something really crazy happens, like Betty literally dies tomorrow. Other than that, it will be pre-recorded podcasts. So thank you everyone who donated, and yeah, let's get through the comments and then we'll call it a day. Black Queen, a decent portion of the world recognizes genuine good Harry versus vile evil Voldemort. Yes. Kiki, no one should accept the knife. Hell no. I really do hope that people start giving back those trinkets. Because you know what's going to happen? If something really nasty came out about the royals, like the affair came out, or, you know, this situation with Andrew doesn't go the way they want it to, they'll start giving back awards. And then it will be like, oh, we didn't know. And, oh, we're so sorry that we were associated with this, with the monarchy. But it's like their dirt has been out for so long. And if you've noticed, when it comes to these things and celebrities, it's only when it comes out and looks really, really bad. So, for example, Harvey Weinstein, right? You can't tell me that people in Hollywood didn't know. They all knew. It's only when it came out that they started distancing themselves. And I feel like it's going to be a similar thing with the royals. Cat Harlem, celebrities won't give those OBE honours. Maybe current requests will be declined. However, we probably won't hear about it. Yeah, so what happens now, because in the past so many people would decline honours, they do ask you in private first. Marina, Harry was effortlessly personable. That's why he was overlooked. As a working royal, he danced with people, was hanging out in the rain with people, something William was never able to do. No, because William and Kate just can't bring themselves to humanize themselves. They think they're of a status higher than the average person. But not just because of their royal titles, like that they think their literal being, their literal presence is something higher and godly than the average person. Because that's what they believe, right? The divine right of kings. Maggie, the royal rodents, royalist tabloids are no longer praising William and Kate as the next king, queen, consort. High potential for the Middleton family. I really love it. Yeah, I mean, they're also, the Middleton family, they're also hoping for a situation where William and Kate can become king and queen a lot quicker. They want those titles as much as William and Kate do for their own status. I'm listening to you and reading subtitles in spaces. Amazing. You can double time. Vividly, Charles' ego couldn't take being passed over. First Diana outshone him, and now Harry and William and Kate know his ego couldn't take that. He probably freaked the F out until Mummy changed it. Yeah. I mean, just imagine waiting your whole darn life, just to wear some big fluffy hat. They're also thinking out about what Harry might put in his book. I hope he drops it much earlier than what they were expecting. Maybe that's the plan for him to drop it earlier than what they were expecting. Even though the later he leaves it, the more room he has to change stuff in the book, because things are happening at 1,000,000 miles a minute at the moment. I guess the article Kate the Great was crossed by Clarence House. Yeah. I don't think that went over too well in Clarence House. And that was a pretty bold move on the part of William and Kate, to be honest. And it backfired on them anyway, because wasn't that the article that got Kate dragged, where she was talking about how she's tired or something? Nothing they do works. Cinderella, the jockeying for power within the family surprises me in this day and age. I know it took place through history, but I thought they would be more civilized by now. No. They've proven over and over and over again that they're still very much stuck in the past. I mean, these people literally thought that Archie was going to come out looking like Akon. And look at how aggressively ginger and white passing those children are. So they just came out here and made themselves look like utter racists for children who are aggressively ginger. Embarrassing. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. Yes, I will put a notification up for our Valentine's date on Monday for all of us who are single as a Pringle. We can just come hang and have a chat. Yes, I hope that Harry and Meghan are saving their happiest and temporary media off grid. Let the paparazzi eat dust. Amen. Well, they have a beautiful home and it has like rolling grounds and a cinema and a pool and a tennis court and like all of the things. So they never really actually have to go anywhere if they don't want to. And I think it would be good for them to just lay low at least until the middle of the year, because I mean, things are opening up again, but it's not like things are totally open. Having said that, award season is coming up. So maybe the reason that they're so quiet at the moment is so that they can make a big splash during award season. And I'll be interested to see if we see Harry and Meghan at the Golden Globes, at the Oscars. I mean, there's a SAG Awards, Critics' Choice, so many award shows, and they will want to network for their company. So that's something else that I hadn't really even thought about until now. We may actually see Harry and Meghan at the big award shows, which would be wonderful. Yes, the mess is about to unravel. And the Queen doesn't want to be around when everything breaks loose. Julia, if Harry's book comes out before she passes, he will be blamed. If it comes out later, Meghan will be blamed. Weird. That's a good point. Because they tried to do that with the Oprah interview, didn't they? Oh, bye, Connie. Thanks for dropping by. 10:45 in Switzerland. Good night, hun. Cinderella, is it about the money? The monarchy really doesn't have power anymore. That's a good point. I mean, if they don't have the power, yeah, let's just get as much money as possible. They own a lot of land across the world, in the UK and in the US. So they're big landowners. And at this point, how much more money do you need? They're probably worth hundreds of millions. Thank you so much, Connie. Have a lovely evening. Okay. Hey, Rock, when you have Piers Morgan beating about his war and woke culture, he will stamp out in Murdoch newspaper job on the New York Times. Well, it's interesting. I haven't really seen a lot from his so-called column with the Sun. Like, it's not causing the like it's not getting as much play as a lot of the stuff that he used to put out. And I've said this for a while, that his time is coming to an end, because even a lot of the stuff that he criticizes Harry and Meghan for, it's not having the same impact as it used to have. Especially now that he's not on daytime TV, it's just really not hitting the way it used to. So he himself is slowly fading. Like it won't be too long before he just disappears. And then Meghan did come onto the scene at the height of Brexit, which when it's boiled down was really about race and xenophobia more than leaving the EU. Oh, I'm assuming you were commenting about what I said about Meghan being used as a punching bag. Yeah, I also didn't consider that. Kate, you're trying to cook over here and keep up with everything. What are you cooking, Kate? What are you cooking? Please tell me that you are using spices and that you've washed the chicken. Unlike that royal chef. What a disgrace. And Carol, Meghan was a threat from the gate. Harry got a wife who could outshine the cheating William and lazy Kate without even trying. Exactly. Okay. Yes, Joe blogs. No institution can survive for an eternity without change. Now it's imploding on itself. And they had all of the chance and time to change, and they blew it. And I really do believe that Harry and Meghan was the last chance they had. They blew it. Now it's just going to be one failure after the other. And you've got to move with the times, Black Queen. Absolutely. Okay, let me scroll. Sorry if I miss any of your comments. I'm just trying to get to the bottom, see if there's any standouts, and then we'll call it a night. Sorry for just joining us. We are wrapping up, but you can watch the replay. Yes, Cheryl, Harry and Meghan have decided not to look in their rearview mirror. When they left, they left. They have too many good irons in the fire to give any of their precious time and oxygen to the idiots. There's no reason for them to. You know? When Harry and Meghan are doing things, they're overshadowing the other royals. When they're not doing anything, it's, oh, why haven't they said anything? Well, they've left. They've got nothing to say about the other working royals. Why do you expect them to say anything? You're getting ready to dance. I still haven't finished off my new outro, so I'll just put the usual salsa music. Carol, you're here until it's over. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, who's gonna get the last word before we dance our way into the weekend? Yeah, let's just grab our popcorn. It's gonna go down. 2022 is gonna be that year. Yeah, Terry, the best thing that they did for Harry and Meghan was to force them out. Because now they're not on a sinking ship. And the flying debris and trash that's gonna come their way. Good night, Elaine. Thank you for coming. Yes, Anna, single as a bloody Pringle. Okay, guys, so I have a confession for those of you who have stayed until the very end. So after my last couple of dates and like my last relationship, I've made the decision to never date in London again. Because here's the thing, right? When I travel, for some reason, I just seem to meet the most amazing men. Just like they're everything that I want in a man, and they're charming, they're sexy, they're foreign. And to be honest, even when I meet British guys abroad, because a lot of them are like nomads, entrepreneurs, there's just something about them that just appeals to me so much more. But trying to find a good date in London, it's literally like you're looking through pig slop, and when you do find something, it's only going to be a cubic zirconium anyway. You're not going to find no diamonds. So I am no longer dating while I'm in London. I'm leaving hopefully by the middle of the year. And yeah, for some reason, I just find amazing dates when I'm abroad. I don't know what it is. And I definitely do have a type. And it's difficult to always find that type in London. But yeah, that's basically my dating life in a nutshell. And that is why I'm single as a Pringle. Okay, with that revelation, I'm going to find the last comment and then we will call it an evening. I need to move to Canada. Well, I did meet the cutest Canadians while I was traveling around Thailand, but I don't think Canada's a great place at the moment because, like, isn't your aren't there people trying to hunt down your prime minister? Like, it's all going down in Canada. I'll let Canada sort out what it's going through right now, and then maybe I'll move to Canada because I do actually like Canadian men. The ones I've met anyway do have swag and they're very polite. Yeah, Shane Commonwealth, don't date until it's meaningful. And well, we have to go to the top of a mountain and find your mate. I'm willing to go anywhere where there's just good men. And with that, I think we'll call it an evening. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to play us out. Don't forget Sussex Squad podcast on Sunday. And yep, have a lovely weekend. Bye.